originally to driving on a rotor, and you hear a squeaking, and it goes from squeaking to grinding. It's going to cost you more money when you hear the grinding. This rotor, this is a half a rotor, front brake rotor. I kept this for a souvenir because I could not believe that one of my relatives drove on a half a rotor. I would hear the car making a strange noise coming in and out of the driveway. And I knew right away something was wrong. But for months and months, this rotor was grind down until the other section was no longer there. So I didn't change this rotor. I assisted with it, but I didn't change it myself. But I told them, when you change this rotor, I got to have that for a souvenir. A half a rotor. This is a whole rotor on my car and my truck. This is a whole rotor. This is a half a rotor. I don't know if you can see that, but that is this rotor got so bad that it knocked off the brake pad. The inner brake pad was grind off and disappeared. By the time I had a look, I did have a look at it, and I thought, I don't even see the inner brake pad. This grinding had destroyed there was a lot of damage. The piston was damaged, so we had to replace the piston. But I couldn't believe the car ended up stopping. I got a call. I went to find out what was going on. The car would not go forward. It would go backwards, but not forward. The braking system had locked down. I had to remove the bridge caliper and clamp off the brake line to keep the fluid from escaping. It was only at that point that the car would go forward, and they would get it home. But you imagine how many people are driving on a damaged, in this case, half a rotor. And the same problem happened in this building right here in Kendall, Florida. I was working one night and someone came and got me and said, we have a problem in the driveway, well, the spiral driveway that went up this 27th floor building, condominium, and the driver was stuck in the driveway. They finally got him to back out into the adjacent property parking lot, and it was dark. I was called to assist them, and I did. By the time I removed the tire, there were no brakes. They drove that car until the brake pad had dissolved. I was able to and it was some street lights out in the parking lot, but it was still dark. They get some new pads on, which they had in the trunk, but that car had locked into place also. It was beginning to grind the rotor, and I told them you can't keep. You're gonna have, at some point you're gonna have to replace that rotor also. So when you hear the squeaking noise, then all of a sudden the grinding, it may be too late. You may have a lot of damage. Don't wait till it starts to grind. Those brake pads are designed to have a little squeaking noise, a little warning sound. When it starts to wear at a certain point, you're going to hear the little slight squeaking. That's the best time to start to change them. And some vehicles have the warning lights now. You imagine driving on a half a road. The other half is missing. Just don't wait too late.